You are beautiful beyond description, too marvelous for words, too wonderful for comprehension, like nothing ever seen or heard. Who can grasp your infinite wisdom? Who can fathom the depth of your love? You are beautiful beyond description, majesty enthroned above, and I stand in awe of you. I stand in awe of you, holy God, to whom all praise is due. I stand in awe of you, and I stand in awe of you. I stand in awe of you, holy God, to whom all praise is due. I stand in awe of you. You are beautiful beyond description, too marvelous for words, too wonderful for comprehension, like nothing ever seen or heard. Who can grasp your infinite wisdom? Who can fathom the depth of your love? You are beautiful.
Hi, welcome to Verse of the Day. I'm Brandon Hathaway, the preacher at the Westside Church of Christ in Owensboro, Kentucky, and I want to thank you for joining me today. Today is Saturday, May 8th, 2021, and it being the weekend, we get off our regular schedule of reading through what has been put out to read a chapter a day throughout the year. And so in this year, I think I had Psalms and Proverbs and Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and then I think I threw in there James and maybe something else I can't remember to fill out the rest of the year. But we're continuing through Psalms Monday through Friday, and so if you want to join us for that, please join us. And but on the weekends, we take the time just look at other verses, any verse. And again, if you ever have any suggestions for that, please feel free to let me know. And you can text me, call me, send an email, make a comment here on Facebook or YouTube, and I'll look at that and see what we can do. Today's verse of the day, I've decided to look at 2 Peter 3, verses 10 through 13. 2 Peter 3, verses 10 through 13. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens will pass away with great noise, and the elements will melt with fervent heat. Both the earth and the works that are in it will be burned up. Therefore, since all these things will be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in holy conduct and godliness, looking for and hastening the coming of the day of God, because of which the heavens will be dissolved, being on fire, the elements will melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, in which righteousness dwells." And so, as we read this verse, there's a reason I chose this verse, and it's not to just focus on what I usually do when I read these verses, on that we never know the day nor hour in which the Lord shall return, comes as a thief in the night. It's an important reminder to always remember that we need to always be ready to face that day of judgment. But today, and you might say that this is more of a political issue, but today everybody's pushing for green energy, I guess, and saying that if things don't change, that the world will be gone in, 10 years now? And everybody keeps on focusing on that. It's a very political issue. But as a Christian, as we study the Word of God, we know how the world will end. It's not going to be by any doing of mankind. It's not because what whatever we choose to do, we're not the ones that are going to destroy this world. That causes it to end, cause life to end here on earth. God has already told us that. God says that He will destroy it. So we read these verses, it tells us that all things will be burned up, all elements, everything will be dissolved. There will be no place left. God will destroy this world on the day and hour that He has set aside to destroy it. Not on the day that that we have set, or a day that not that we can't. And so we need to remember that. I think it's something we need to remember. It's just it's every all the time the new commercials and this and that are continuously pushing this point. And again, I'm not saying that it's wrong to try to do certain things different, and if that's what you want to do, go for it. It might help, and but what we do need to know is that we're not the ones that are going to destroy this world. God has already said that He will do it, and it's not due to those things, but because of the sin of man that God has decided that this world, we can't continue in this world, because He has created. There are two places: a place in which those who continue in a path of sin will end up in life of torment. Those who put sin behind them and choose to follow Christ have a place in heaven in which they will eternally dwell in joy. And so, why would we want to stay here on earth when there's a place in heaven with God the Father and a place of eternal joy? Let us make our lives right as it reads through these verses. As we see this day approaching, we ought to be holy and godly, looking for and hasting the coming of the day. I want to thank you for joining me today. Truly hope everybody's doing well, and hope that you have a good weekend. Tomorrow is Sunday. We'd love to have you come and join us as we come to worship in the morning at 9:30 for Bible class, 10:30 for worship. We meet again at 5 p.m. for evening services. It's Mother's Day, so, grab your mother and bring her to church. Or if she's a member here, then come and see her. Either way, or if you're just coming to hear the Word of God, which is the main goal as we come together, then we'd love to have you come join us for worship. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you later.